Welcome to Between the Mics podcast, where we will talk about anything and everything. Who knows? We might talk about sports games that we're watching, what's going on in our lives outside of podcasting and streaming, motivational things that we want to share, the live streaming that we're doing, the games that we're playing, and who knows, probably some tech. But all I know is that there will be lots of laughs and great stories told. Between the Mics, you have myself, known as the awesome Dado online, or you can just call me Mike, and my co-host, known as Flinty Dog online, or you can call him AJ. We appreciate and are excited to have you here and joining us and listening to us as we take you through our chaotic mayhem of thoughts between the mics.
No, this is what happens whenever we take like a week vacation and do a fucking podcast. We forget how to do it.
We just forget everything. I couldn't get the button to work, but here we are. What is up, gang? Welcome on into Between the Mics podcast. You have myself and Flinty. We're here.
Hi.
Hello there. We miss you guys. It's been a while.
I was gonna say, man, it's been a minute.
I know I've been busy at work. You've been busy at work. I took a trip, which we have some shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
You started filling me in a little bit about it. Just real quick, just a little heads up. I started one of the hardest classes I think I've ever taken.
Okay.
And that is paramedic.
Ooh, sparkly patch.
Yeah, so, people are like, oh, the Paragon. And I'm like, dude, I don't hate my life. Everybody's like, oh, man, you're going to hate your life. I'm like, it's not that bad right now.
Right now, right.
And we're just now getting into the A&P.
What is A&P?
The anatomy and physiology.
Oh, okay.
And then after that's pharmacology and everything like that. And then patient assessment. But, like, mostly so far, it's been, like, up to my level of training. It seems normal of what's going on in class. And it's just kind of helping me refresh some of, like, the pulse rates and everything like that.
Right.
So that's why I've been kind of busy. But I know your work trips and everything like that you've been going on. Like, I know I texted you. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, 2 days ago, you were home.
Oh, yeah. I'm all over the place, man. I've gone from Chicago to State College. I'll probably be in Virginia next week. Went to Tennessee. We're looking at stuff in, oh gosh, where did they tell me? New York, Philly. I mean, we're all over the place, man.
Anything yet?
No, nothing yet.
Son of a gun.
I know. I keep reminding them. They don't want to listen. So
It should. I know at least one should be out right now.
yeah, we hit some shifts, so we'll see. Maybe fresh blood. We'll take a look and see if that's something that they're willing to go after. But that'd be kind of fun. Maybe we can. We'll do a recording of the BTM podcast in the hotel lobby. That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Or at the station.
Oh, that'd be even better. Tones dropping and everything. Like, we'll
that
be
would
back,
be great.
folks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a waiver and everything like that. You can sign
whatever.
or do a ride along, and then be like mid, just going down the road. Welcome back to the.
What do you think about that new game that came out?
I do apologize. I'm a little.
I'll just be on the back of the fire truck.
We don't need no siren. We got Mikey.
Yeah, I'm loud as shit.
I'm a little under the weather. This
You're just
whole
everything, aren't you?
oh, dude, it's been like snowmageddon, but with pollen down here.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine. It was when I was in Nashville. That was for pleasure, not for work, luckily.
Oh, okay.
But it was like starting, like a storm was coming through, and I'll tell you, Nashville does not know how to deal with water. Coming from the north, we have storm systems, we have all these reservoirs that we send our water to, all these things that I feel like we just manage our storm water really well. Not Nashville. That motherfucker was flooded when I was there. I'm like, what the hell?
Welcome to the South, bro. Like, anything south of that Mason-Dixon, we have no idea where water goes. Like, our roads are tapered a certain way, so the water runs off of it so we don't hydroplane. That's it. That's all we do for water.
Yeah, they're. I mean, the apartment complex that our family lives in. I was driving through there, and they're dumping water into the neighbor's land, and it's flooding this thing, and I'm like, if this was Ohio, we'd all be fine. Just me standing here looking at it, EPA be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I know. I think it's just because we lived in the hills so long. Like,
Right, you have to channel
you
that water.
have to do something because it's like look in Pennsylvania where I used to live,
Yeah,
or even where we used to live. It was literally nothing but a holler.
right.
And if they didn't have a way to divert that water, our houses would have been under.
Oh yeah, I mean, we went downtown Nashville and hit Broadway, which there's a whole story there.
I still want to go. I've never been.
Oh, it's great. It's great. If you like to drink, I mean, it's cool to sightsee. I'm a tourist and heart. Like, I just want to go look at shit.
Yeah.
But we were downtown on the Saturday when it was pouring down rain. And I mean, you're walking through an inch of water, like on the sidewalk. And I'm like, what the shit? Like, I know it's raining really hard, but there should not be an inch of water on the sidewalk.
Perfect croc weather.
Yeah. Put them in sport mode and go.
You damn right. Those socks just crocking.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wore my boots, which are waterproof, and like the people we were with, they were wearing Converse. we had
Oh, you poor bastards.
we had reservations for this place called the Hampton Social, which is downtown. And it's like on the top floor of this building. Super nice
Why
place,
does that
right?
sound familiar?
I don't know. Maybe you see it on Instagram or something. I don't know.
There was it might have been an EMS study or something like that for one of the fire department stuff. I think I can't remember which nightclub it was in Tennessee. It was in Nashville. There was a fire and everything like that brought in the occupation, like how many occupied, like occupation. Yeah,
They were probably over
level.
it, I would assume.
I don't know if it's that one, but it sounded familiar. I don't know why. I'll look it up.
Okay. But anyways, we had this reservation for what I would consider a nice restaurant, a gathering place in a poppin' city like that, right? And they're wearing Converse, and they're walking through inch of water, and we're standing in this nice restaurant, getting ready to go upstairs, and like the roof deck wasn't white cloth, but the restaurant itself was white cloth. And I felt so bad. They're just standing there. They're dripping wet. Their Converse are.
I was gonna say they're doing the Squidward walk.
I'm like, that sucks. That really, really sucks. But
I will say I do love me some Converses, but they are not made for wet weather.
Fuck no. And it was raining when we left, and I looked at him like, you sure you want to wear those? Yeah, okay.
Sure.
You might want to wear some waders because it's pouring down rain outside.
Yeah. I mean, that storm that supposedly was rolling through all that was supposed to hit my area in South Carolina. And I think it rained for 20 minutes. Like, they were calling, like, super tornadoes and...
Yeah, it was raining and windy so bad that they put a ground stop at Nashville B&A International. Like,
yeah,
it was bad.
Yeah, it got here, and they were calling it like, not to give too much. WTOC Savannah, literally was like that, like grounding planes, getting ready for this storm,
Right.
and it hit us, and it was like, oh no, 5-mile-per-hour winds, and like, oh wow, this is just a normal rainstorm. I've seen it worse in May.
Right. Yeah, no, it was pretty brutal down there. And then the next day we were flying home on Sunday, and our local airport delayed our flight because it's one of those connecting flights back and forth. And it delayed the flight because there was tornado warnings in our area. And I'm watching it, and I think I was texting you because we were going to plan to record, but I'm like, I'm waiting for my plane to show up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm looking at Mrs. Dado. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, if I sit here for 3 hours and we're rolling on the 4th hour, that's halfway home. I'm going to go back and get the rental truck that we had, and I'm going to drive my ass home. I'm not waiting for this plane. I'm not.
Sometimes it's just better that way.
Right. I mean, because I didn't know, because I was looking at, Northeast Ohio's weather, and I'm like, there's tornado warnings, and it's until 4 o'clock our time, which is 5 o'clock Nashville's time. And I'm like, it's noon, and I'm sitting here, and they're already delayed.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm not sitting here all night.
Yeah, I think they've gotten a little better, I guess, taking a little extra early precautions with some of the storms.
I would rather have that. Don't get me wrong. Sure, I would have been annoyed sitting there and having to go back and get a rental car, but I would rather you, as an airline, go, we don't want to put anybody at risk. We're not comfortable flying into that situation. I'd be like, okay, so be it.
But they need to get a little bit better at trajectory and like on how bad it is. I know there's a couple places that got hit pretty bad with a couple tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
Yeah, they definitely need to do better.
Yeah, they called from my area that, oh no, there's going to be like 4 touchdowns probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could literally go outside and just live life because it's not even raining that hard.
Sure. I blame that they couldn't get Dorothy 1, 2, or 3 up. That's my opinion, and if you're paying attention, that's a deep cut from a few episodes ago.
Oh yeah, freaking. I don't know, man. I say once we retire at 60, we get Dorothy 7 up.
Dorothy 7?
Yep,
if I could retire. Fuck me.
I think by the time I'm 60, I could retire.
I'm going to try, but life has decided to do something different for Mrs. Dado and I, so I guess we'll see when I can retire.
I still have a bone to pick with both of y'all on that one.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, you gonna...
Yeah. For those that don't know, that are trying to read between the lines a little bit here, Mrs. Dado and I are excited to announce that we are adding to our family. So that was part of our trip to Nashville. Get a little bit of a, what do they call it, a baby moon or whatever the fuck it's called before you have a baby. I don't know. She's like, we're going to go to Nashville. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's go.
Okay. I like the spontaneous ideas that she has sometimes. Like, there'll be times that you do like, oh, hey, yeah, I guess we're going to Alaska. Oh, hey, we're going to here. We're going, like, what?
Yeah. That's also why I'm not going to be able to retire at 60. It's because of her spontaneous ideas.
I'll tell you what, though. She, dude, I'm so happy for both of you.
Thank you. We're super excited. We're expecting a little boy in September. So,
I did tell Mrs. Dado that the name should be...
Yeah, well, good luck with that. She's not going to change it.
No, she gave me a valid reason, and I agree, but also, come on now. Uncle
and her
AJ.
reason is not exaggerated. It's very true. The numbers that she told you is accurate, that we know of.
Yeah. That thing is, at one point, you thought I was like that.
Well, that's true. Super excited. So that means in September, if you're looking for a lot of Between the Mics podcast episodes, unless he and I get off our ass and record enough at a time, there probably won't be very many in September. But
I know I'm
super
technically
excited.
on spring break from paramedic class this week. So
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So if Dado has a little extra time,
we can get some more shit in
we
here.
might be able to do some late nights and get some content for you fellas and ladies out there.
Yeah, save us from the mad dash of recording 2 days before we're supposed to drop an episode. Whoopsies. There's a little bit behind the scenes for you folks.
Yeah, I will say, though, that it's like we've hit the point with the podcast where it's like, okay, yeah, we can do this. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we've been doing it for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's growing.
It is. It is.
Like it. I like the pace that we're going.
I do, too. And obviously, we appreciate every one of you that's here listening. And share with your friends, share with your enemies. We don't care. We just want people to come listen to us. We hope that you guys get a laugh. That's the goal of it here, right? Take a little bit of maybe some stress or ease your mind a little bit. Let you slip away from reality and listen to us two dumbasses just banter on for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we might have some guests coming up.
I think we do. I think we got one in the wings and another one waiting. I'm super excited to have those folks on and learn about them.
I do like having guests, learning a little bit about other people around the globe.
Sure, absolutely. And I didn't tell Flinty this, and I guess I'm going to kind of drop it here. I'm curious. I want to look at maybe, and if Gabs is listening, Gabs, this might be a question to you, adding a public section to the Between the Mics Discord to allow you guys to come hang out with us. And I think it would be kind of a cool segment to have you guys ask us questions, and we'll answer them on the podcast.
Oh,
obviously,
okay.
If you're asking nefarious questions, we're not going to answer those, but
for the Patreon, we can.
Maybe Flinty will. He don't care. I might.
I'm pretty much an open book. I mean,
2.5. Okay, 2.5.
2. Shit.
Drop the famous online portal theme song right there.
Right.
No, but yeah, it's been a hell of a year. So thank you everybody for all the love and support. If you haven't, like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Helps the podcast reach others. Also, check out the website. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Merchandise, like the hat that Flinty has on, or our trucker caps, or any other merch that you're looking for us.
I got 3
helps.
more in my bedroom, and I'm not going to go get them right now.
Yeah, every dollar on something that is bought for the podcast goes back into it.
Yeah.
Paying for Riverside or more advertisement, anything.
I am actually working on a project right now.
Ooh.
That I will share with you after the podcast.
Ooh, secret squirrel shit. Huh?
Oh yeah. I'm excited about it. I'm hopefully I'll get the rough edit.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully you'll dig it.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh God. Well, stay tuned for that one. But
I honestly think the audience is gonna really enjoy it.
You think so?
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
I wouldn't necessarily like a rebrand.
Okay.
It's more of an upgrade.
Ooh. Now you got my interest.
I'll drop it to you.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see that. But in the comments below, let us know if you want to, join us in the Discord and ask us questions, or even in the comments below, ask a question. We'll throw it on a list and work our way through them. I think it would be kind of a fun segment to hear from you guys what questions you have for us. And
sorry, I was
like
a coughing fit.
I was waiting for you to talk, and I'd be like, I do at work, be like, you're on mute. That's $1.
No, I had to grab a cough drop, and I had a little coughing fit. The pollen is terrible.
No worries.
But yeah, I like that idea. We get a little bit more engaged with y'all, and especially the guy from Dado's work. I would love to pick your brain.
He did come into my office the other day and just sits down and goes, "Yeah, I'm an asshole." Like, you did listen that far. Good job.
Oh yeah, we did fuck with him the one day.
Yeah,
huh?
we did. Hi,
buddy.
thanks for listening.
Because I know we have usually have the Merc Market with us every now and again. Life's catching up with everybody
For sure.
But throw in the chat with whatever you want. I mean, as long as it's PG and we don't get in trouble.
We'll take PG-13.
Yeah, I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm rated R.
I was gonna say he's 12, so it's easy on the questions here. He's got to be able to read though.
That's the rough part.
Right. Don't make them too lengthy. Pictures
Anything
if they're
over
more than 3
syllables, I'm screwed.
You got to send a picture with it.
Yeah, picture books.
That's what you're talking.
Man.
Speaking of that, there's a place in Nashville called McKay's, and it's like a used media store. So like records, cassettes, books, video games.
I actually follow them on Facebook.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
So I went to the McKay's in Nashville.
Okay.
And this is how much of a nerd I am. I'm walking through this entire store. They got Funkos. They got all these games, right? They got sections and sections of used video games. I go to the old TV shows, and guess what I find?
What?
A whole box set every season of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Holy shit.
He's sitting on my entertainment stand right now. I'm so fucking excited.
It was that watching Texas Ranger and duck hunting videos whenever we used to go duck hunting. That was like that was it.
Yeah, my dad showed up today because my mom is going nuts about buying stuff, and yeah, my dad's super thrilled. And I had it on the TV because I was showing my one son it, because I was telling him, I said, I used to watch this with my friends, or even when I was your age, I used to sit and watch this with my grandfather. It's between that and the Cleveland Indians games. We'd go back and forth between AMC or wherever Walker Texas Ranger was on, and then the Indians games. That was my life at my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, what? Where? How? I'm like, don't worry about it. Enjoy.
Oh, man. So what else happened in Tennessee?
Dude, so much. And
I was gonna say, I haven't had really much exciting happen. Like, I mean, I've been between work, work and school. That's about it. Like, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones. Woohoo! Yeah.
No, there's actually quite a few things, and it became actually a running joke with Mrs. Dado and the family that something would happen, and I would get my phone out and I would put it in my notes. They're like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, this is a story for the podcast." And something else would happen. I'm like, "That's a story for the podcast." They're like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Did you not just see what happened? Like, that is a story for the podcast."
Yeah, like, I see a lot of interesting stuff while I'm at work, and I just unfortunately can't share some of the stories, and it's like something that happened my A day, my first day on. I can't really share. Sure. It was just odd. Like, I mean, it was just chilling. Something happened. It just weird events, and next you know it was over. It's like, what the hell?
What the hell?
And then like, you have like more outside world funny stories. So go ahead. Give us like the second. Give us like the third funniest thing that happened.
The third. So we're starting at the bottom of the funny list.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's funny. I texted you about this. It's actually kind of serious. It was like, what the fuck, actually. Mm. So we fly into Nashville, right? And we stay in a hotel right by the airport. And we do our thing, and we wake up in the morning, and Mrs. Dado and I are pretty early risers. So it was before 8 o'clock, and people are like, that's not early, but it is in a place like this, right? You don't see all the old people coming down into your hotel before 8 o'clock, blah, blah, whatever. So we're up and we're getting coffee. I don't remember. Maybe it was like 6:45 or something like that. And we're sitting outside drinking our coffee, and I walk out the door, and all I see is Nashville crime scene unit van sitting in the parking lot. And I'm like, is that for here? Like, is that here? And I didn't notice the two just plain white panel vans, like just kind of to the left of the door. Didn't notice them. I noticed a crime scene van.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking big van, white and blue lettering, lights, and it says crime scene unit. Like, insert picture.
What happened
here? Like,
yeah, like, what happened? Like,
so we're sitting there and we're drinking our coffee, listening to the airplane fly over. Then I look over to my right and I see two patrol cars sitting in the parking lot of the hotel. And I'm like, okay, this is getting interesting. Why is the crime scene unit here? And then out of nowhere, you hear these two guys. And I get it. It's their job. It's just shocking to the normal, the person in the community like us. These two guys pushing this gurney out with a body bag. Uh-huh. Zip, black bag, just zip, They're talking about the SEC's downtown. They're like, what game are you going to? And I'm like, they're just having a normal conversation. I'm like, motherfucker, you're rolling a dead body out of the hotel, and I'm drinking coffee. What the shit? Just right into there, man.
It's a normal Tuesday, man.
I get it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Anytime we have to call the coroner and everything like that, like, a lot of people like drive past the scene or whatever, and like, it's not saying that we're like disrespecting it, disrespecting what's going on or anything like that, but like dealing with what we have to deal with and everything like that, you kind of have to have a sense of humor.
Sure.
And whenever you laugh, you produce serotonin, which makes you happy. So
Sure.
you're gonna see a lot of people on scene smiling and laughing and just acting normal because
Oh, I'm sure, because you're dealing with something that would be somebody's worst day or
Yeah.
something along those lines. It cracked me up. These guys are talking about the NCAA tournament. Well, they're just do. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then, okay, so these guys, it was like a cartoon. They were respectful, right? But if you ever watched a cartoon, like maybe Who Framed Roger Rabbit or something, and they put a body into the coroner's van, that's what it felt like. It was like, doom, 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 and then gone. Like, I'm just like, whoa. So I get through, half of my coffee. I haven't even got through a whole cup of coffee, and all this is happening. I get through half a cup of coffee, and then here comes the two patrolmen, officers, and then I'm assuming what was the crime scene guy.
detectives.
Well, just the crime scene guy, because he took his job way too seriously. I appreciate it, but I mean, whatever. The attire, pants tucked into his boots, all the whole fucking gig.
oh boy,
Oh
boy.
I mean, maybe it's a hygienic thing because of being crime scene to not get it on his pants. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Anyways, so he comes out. He's
I
got
couldn't tell you.
the telescoping lens on the camera. This dude was getting fucking to the molecules, and I'm just like, hey, question. And before I could do it, the guy that was sitting next to us that was freaking out about it asked, he got up to him and asked the crime scene guy, he goes, hey, what's going on? He goes, it's a dead body. We're like, no shit. Yeah, it's a dead body. And he goes, can you tell me? And the patrolman walk away, and the CSU guy's like, well, all I can tell you is that it was an overdose. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's answering the question, but not politically answering the question, I guess. I don't know.
There's probably more to it, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's an overdose.
And mind you, we're sitting out there, and all this happens, and right at 8 o'clock, here comes 3 detectives out of the building, and before it turned 8:01, everything was back to normal.
Yeah.
Just right back to business. Managers are gone. All these people are gone. Just right back to normal. And I'm like, fuck Nashville. Like, the hell?
Yeah, that's it. That's anywhere in the emergency services field, man. We could be on scene for 30 minutes to an hour, hell, 10 minutes, but it's like, over,
Yeah.
just like that.
And the detective, there was one young detective, and I swear he could have been casted for CSU Miami.
Oh yeah,
Or CSI Miami. I'm sorry. Pardon me. I'm just like,
got the sunglasses coming on.
sunglasses, got the beard. He had the tight fit polo. You know that guy's go to the gym 2 or 3 times a day. And I'm like, that's a good looking guy. You're in the wrong industry, bud. Because that guy's dead. He can't see what you look like. Like, bruh.
Ah, man, that's how you pick up the cute nurses.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Oh yeah, I don't know why the girls, like the nurses and everything at the hospitals, whenever you're doing that, they love the pretty boy cops.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. And that's not a Flinty. Flinty's not a pretty boy cop.
No, I'm just a firefighter, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was our first day there, actually.
Welcome to Nashville.
That's what we said. That's what the manager told us. They're like, welcome to Nashville. And I'm like, huh?
Dude, this is normal Tuesday for him, man.
I get it. Not for me. I build shit for a living. My job is to keep people alive. And here they are. Just, whatever. I get it. To each is their own. I understand. But, that was day number 1. The night before, we landed at like midnight. And I was starving. And what I've heard is that Waffle Houses in the South are the shit.
Waffle House is Waffle House, yeah.
So we check into the hotel. We go across the street because there's a Waffle House. There's a guy tweaking in the fucking Waffle House.
It's not a Waffle House if you don't.
Yeah.
You have to at least have one tweaker 2 fighting, 1 drunk off their ass.
We had a tweaker. We had the waitress telling us stories about a recent fight that's happened there. And I'm like, I'll just have the bacon melt, please. I'm starving and would like to go to sleep. Like, we went to Waffle House twice. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, can I ask this manager if we're safe today? Did FEMA say everything's okay? Go back to a real early episode.
Or the black van's going to show up. He knows too much. Get down.
They're like, oh, it's just another Wednesday in Nashville.
Yeah.
And so this is a fucked up story. This is funny story number. I don't know what number it is now, but we're sitting at this other one, and we met our family the next morning. They're like, let's go to Waffle House. I'm like, I just had it like 4 hours ago, but okay, that's fine. So we go to the Waffle House near their place, and I was asking our friends and family that, I'm like, hey, I noticed when I was driving through your town that the Tennessee School for the Blind is here. This place is massive. Massive. And I'm sitting there, and we're ordering our food, and I see this older couple getting out of their car and struggling to get into the restaurant. So I get up and I open the door, just being a gentleman, right? Mm-hmm. Not paying any attention. The gentleman says thank you, and I sit back down and I restart my conversation. They're sitting behind us in a Waffle House. If you've ever been there, it's very tight. Very tight quarters. And this old couple sits down behind us, and I continue my conversation about the School for the Blind. So family friend's telling me a story. He's an administrator at a school down there, and was saying that for disabled children, they were doing wrestling lessons for the blind. I'm sitting there asking questions, as I do, about how do you teach one with no sight to wrestle, and he's explaining it to me. I might have dropped some very unsolicited jokes about.
I'm keeping them contained right now.
About not seeing that coming, and that got by them quick, and I mean all kinds of stuff. Right? Here's the kicker: the old lady sitting behind me was blind, and went to the School for the Blind.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, that was exactly my face when she said that. She goes,
Hold on. Wait, was she driving?
No, the old guy was driving.
I was going to say, fuck, sponsor that school.
She was sweet, and my back's to her, and she turns and goes, excuse me. I go, yes, ma'am. She goes, I couldn't help but overhearing your conversation about the School for the Blind. And I'm just, I'm listening to it. So I turn, and I look, and you can clearly tell that this woman is blind. It's very noticeable, right?
Yeah.
And it hits me like a fucking ton of bricks. I was being a Dado. If you ever hung out in a stream or Discord, you can understand where I'm going with my soft PC touch here, right? So, hits me like a ton of bricks. And she goes, I couldn't help but hearing your conversation about for the School of Blind. I'm looking at the guy sitting next to me. I'm like, fuck, like mouthing it, because obviously she can't see me. And I'm like, fuck. And he's like, oh shit. And she goes, just so you know. I'm like, oh god, here we go. And I mean, she was a super sweet lady. She didn't call me out on my nice jokes, and
Dude, it would have been a hell of a lot worse. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, oh, it's so massive. Yeah, because they don't have any walls in there, so they can't run into them. Like, they had to make it wide open.
It was, and I mean, it was like the landscaping is pristine, and I'm like, who's looking at it? Like,
right?
I was an ass. Let's just say. And this lady was super sweet. She's saying, she graduated whenever she graduated from there. She's successful, and she's got a friend that also graduated from there that's a lawyer. And I'm like, holy cow, that's pretty cool. I'm like, very interesting. I'm sorry about my jokes. She goes, oh, I heard them. I'm like, I apologize, ma'am. She goes, no, actually, they were kind of funny. I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I was like, fuck.
Because, I mean, coming from both of us who wrestled in high school and everything like that, like...
Yeah.
I would probably put some wagers on it now if I would bet against two blind folks.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% would, because I know what it's like.
Right.
And
I was asking questions like, okay, when you're wrestling, you see an arm out and you know what to reach for. You see a leg, you know how to swoop, whatever, right? It's you can see when they drop to take your shot. I guess everything when it comes to wrestling, when you have no sight, is all feel. So no matter what, there's always a hand. I guess there's always a hand on your opponent.
yeah.
So that you can feel and move. And I'm like, okay, I guess do you?
I bet it work.
It's my luck to be sitting in a Waffle House making jokes
And a blind
about.
woman walks in.
It's
It
right
sounds
behind
like
me.
it sounds like one of those two guys walking to a bar type of fucking shit.
Oh, but it's 100% real. It's
Oh, yeah.
100% real.
And just let anybody know in the audience. Just know, like, yeah, we feel bad for everybody. Like, everybody has a disability or everything like that. Grow the fuck up. They're funny to fucking make fun of sometimes.
And they enjoy it. Some of them are great. Like this lady,
Yeah.
she was great about it.
Yeah, you just grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Everybody makes fun of you. Everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, I know people that are, either disabled or have challenges in mobility or anything. They're great. They're fucking
Yeah.
great.
You know, one of the special ed kids, education kids that went to my high school, has now made a hell of a program for people with Down syndrome and everything like that. And she has
wow.
actually got. I'll tell you her name after the podcast.
Okay.
I don't want to put it on blast, but
Sure.
she has made a huge change in like a huge big field, and she's also partnered with Apple because of this.
Oh, wow.
Because she was not verbal, and Apple gave her a way to be very verbal. And dude, you want to talk about most articulate freaking speaking? I mean, I'm not. She's typing this in, and it's just
Wow.
Apple's replaying what she's typing, and let me tell you, she made Einstein look dumb. I'm just saying, like, that, but also, like, she was one of the ones that joked around with us, with the other special ed kids. But she was nonverbal, but you could damn near tell that what she was saying, making fun of that one. But I was actually like, I seen a whole bunch of articles about her, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That's what the lady was telling us at Waffle House. She goes, if it wasn't for Siri or like Google or any of those voice assistants, it'd be very challenging for her. She goes chat GBT to be able to say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I need help. Like all of it. It's all those type of technologies, even though some of us complain about it, actually provide a service to people that don't have what we have, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool after the fact to talk to her. But I did tell the family members, I'm like, we're not going back to a Waffle House because I'm going to get myself in trouble, either tweakers and fights, or I'm going to say something that I'm not supposed to say.
Well, hold on, you hit the weird trifecta wherever you had the fights, the tweaker, and the blind lady.
Yeah,
I don't know how you hit all three.
I'm
but
Dado. That's why. Like,
I'm just saying.
oh, that day even gets even crazier.
Did you also see a guy with no arm or like a limb missing at a Waffle House?
No, we saw them when we left. She was rolling down the bike lane to the Waffle House. And that is not an exaggeration. She is all over the Facebook of that area, I guess, because she gets herself in a lot of trouble, is my understanding, is the one-legged lady. But so we leave, right? We pull out, and we're going to go on with our day, and we see the one-legged lady, and I hear all the stories about her getting caught in the back of cars with people and police officers asking her what she's doing, and she goes, I'm just trying to get a leg up. And I mean, it's all over Facebook. It's hilarious. Like, lady, do what you got to do to get ahead, I guess. I mean,
That's
so
fucked.
we're driving, and we go to the Opry Mills Mall. Show Mrs. Dado the Grand Ole Opry. She's never seen it before. Grab my mom something because it's a 100-year anniversary, right? And we're like, all right, let's go shopping in the mall. Mrs. Dado loves to shop, and I mean that with all my heart. I'm not being an ass. And so we go in there, and we're walking around. I'm like, oh, look, Bass Pro Shops, right?
Hell yeah.
Let's go into Bass Pro Shops. And I walk in, and I hear the sound of monkeys. Actual monkeys. I'm like, oh, interesting. It's weird for Bass Pro Shop to be playing the sounds of a zoo over the loudspeaker. Nah. I go over to where all the Yeti stuff is just to peruse the new colors. There is a lady in the store. You ever seen those dog strollers?
Yeah, she had an actual monkey?
She had 2 fucking
hell
monkeys.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, are those monkeys? She goes, and she tells me whatever fucking species they were. I'm like, they're fucking monkeys.
Oh yeah, it's like, no, this is a Cocker Spaniel mixed with a Chihuahua, you asshole.
I'm like, no, that's a monkey. Like,
It goes ooh ooh it's a monkey.
Yeah, and it's got a tail and it can swing from a tree, and I'm like,
And it throws shit at people.
yeah, I was just like, I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this town?
I will say, if I was ever able to get an exotic animal, I would definitely get a fucking monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Why
would.
a monkey?
I agree with her because, dude, you could trade it to do. Never mind, not podcast worthy stuff. So they don't. They're animals, but they're close enough to humans, so they're very teachable.
Is this like Planet of the Apes shit?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
No, but like if I don't like if I don't like my neighbors or something like that, I could go teach little George of the Jungle over here to go freaking swing on the dog. I don't know. Just saying.
Fuck your Rottweiler.
Yeah, like your
I got a
shit.
chimpanzee, motherfucker.
Yeah, because like there's this little shit ass fucking Yorkie little thing that runs around our freaking neighborhood, and all it does is sit there and bark and like bite at your freaking bumper. One of these days, I'm not gonna pay attention. Boom, boom. But I'm just saying, if I had a monkey, the monkey go out there and square up. It's animal on animal violence. I'm not an asshole. If I accidentally run it over, my monkey did it.
Until your monkey gets frisked by the police officer and it finds a note in his pocket from you going,
With a
that's the
switchblade.
one with the picture of the dog.
Yeah, and a switchblade.
Right. And he's got
Switchblade.
the fucking Hitman barcode on its neck.
I was definitely monkeys.
I was like, what in the fuck? Like, what did I get myself into? I just don't understand.
I don't know if anybody else has felt it, because apparently you on vacation has felt it, that it's been like the past 2 weeks has felt like nothing but a fever dream.
Oh, it's fucking insane. It's insane. I mean, the stories go on from this 3-day trip, from the hit and runs that I saw on the interstate to the fucking drug deals to all the shit. I'm just like, oh, what the fuck is happening in this town?
I did not tell you, and I did not even say this on the podcast, but remember whenever I was traveling back from your place,
Okay, yeah.
we were, girlfriend was like half asleep in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Driving down through, I think it was obviously Fancy Gap, Virginia.
Okay.
Okay, you already know how fucking weird Bermuda Triangle-ish
Fancy Gap
shit
is?
Fancy Gap
Yes.
or any of the gaps are. I think
It's
we
wrong
took
turn,
the right.
doom
Yeah.
shit.
We were stuck in traffic, but there was this pickup truck on the side of the road, and this dude was outright. And I'm just looking. I'm paying attention to my peripheral, and obviously I drive a 5-speed, so I'm going slow enough, and I'm looking. And next you know, I hear boom, 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 nothing but flashes and everything like that. I'm like, dude, someone just got shot in that car.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I did? I said, thank God my windows are tinted, and I grabbed my piece, put it on my lap, and I'm like, this traffic needs to hurry up.
What in the fuck?
I am not kidding. Dude, I seen the flashes, I heard the freaking everything, and I'm like, someone just died.
Road rage is such a fucking bullshit. If you have road rage, fuck off. And I'm telling you that now. If you're sitting in your car in traffic listening to us, fuck you if you got road rage.
Just
I hope
to
the
let you
person
know,
next to you heard you.
Yeah, and just to let you know, there's a few of them, a few people in traffic, like the people on this podcast that kind of wish a motherfucker would sometimes. You can try.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm gonna be like, huh? No hablo inglés.
Oh no.
I can't see you. No, I mean,
No, it would be perfect opportunity to just
send your monkey.
send the monkey. You'd be like a trunk monkey, man. Have you seen what show was that where they had the trunk monkey, and they got out with a crowbar and beat the shit out of somebody?
I have no clue.
I think it was a cartoon. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, comment down below because I know see it vividly. It was like the robot chicken version of Speed Racer.
Okay.
And like they were making fun of, I think it was an Adult Swim show, and they popped the trunk on like the Speed Racer car.
Okay.
And this monkey got out and beat the shit out of like the opponents with a crowbar, and they went back into. Was it Family Guy with the evil monkey that had like a weird episode like that? I don't know.
I don't know, but I just did a quick Google search, and there's fucking stickers and patches that say "Tactical Trunk Monkey," and I want one.
Yes, I need one. Thank you. Send me that link.
Put it on your
Versa.
Yeah. Just
Or I'll put it on the back of the fire truck.
there you go. Yeah, it was nuts, man. I mean, sitting in traffic and watching people just hit other people and then fucking speed off, and I'm just like, what is happening? I don't
It's
know.
a different
Nashville's
world
fucking
sometimes.
nuts, man.
But I do want to get a guys trip going.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, go camping. No. It's gonna be
I mean, I'm just letting you know where the audience is going to go with that. Just saying.
No.
Hold up, let me explain myself.
Like actual camping where you just fucking put a tarp up in the trees.
I'm going to sit back and let you unbury yourself. Go ahead.
Tarp up in the trees, just fucking bonfire and chilling. No Brokeback Mountain shit. Unless you wanted to swing that way. I'll bring my monkey.
You bring your... We're going to have races. I'm going to bring my kangaroo, you bring your monkey.
Oh, fucking kangaroos got that all day long.
Oh, I know. Have you ever seen one of those motherfuckers square up? It's pretty impressive.
Have you seen the Australian people boxing them motherfuckers?
Mm-hmm. Those
Dude,
Aussies don't give a fuck.
That's some funny shit. Mm-hmm. So I know there's gonna be, the favorite word. They're like, "What are you doing?" And it's, they're out there just squaring up with a freaking kangaroo. I'm like, you and your damn monkey story, freaking. That's how I'd feel if we went to freaking Australia. I'd be like, okay, I guess it's legal to beat the shit out of wildlife.
Yeah, I guess. You would get so many questions here if you're outside just boxing a whitetail. Like, sir, what are you doing?
Oh, dude,
are you tripping on bath salts?
Right. They'll be thinking there's some mental problem. Australia, it's completely fine. Like,
right.
It's a normal day for them to be like, oh shit, crikey, today I gotta go box a crocodile. It's
he stole my lunch money.
Yeah, like that motherfucker slept with my ex-girlfriend. Now I gotta go beat the shit out of him. Fucking
Look at me sideways on the highway.
Yeah. Fucking Australia is a different fucking place, man.
Yeah, it is.
That is like one place I want to get like my passport shit figured out. That is one place I want to.
It's a pretty cool place. I'd love to go. It's very far away though, super far. And the running joke is, do you still have to have a, what is it called? Fuck, that just ruined the joke. Wow, you suck, Dado. The fuck am I looking for?
You're supposed to be the one with dad jokes here.
I know.
And you're looking for the joke. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm trying. Rap sheet. Jesus Christ. There it is. The joke is, do you still have to have a rap sheet to go to Australia? But apparently that's going to flop because it took me forever to get to that point. So.
Yeah, it was still funny. Funny.
Yeah, well, there's so much to see in the world that I don't know, it's insane. We traveled with my parents this past October to Mexico. It's the first time that they've been there. My dad's got the travel bug. He goes, "Where are we going next? When are we going? Let's go." And I'm like, I knew that was going to happen. You get a little bit of passport in you, you're going to fucking want to travel.
Let me figure out my thing and let's go. I'll go to Australia.
Let's go. My dad would love that.
I want to see him square up with fucking kangaroo.
Oi, Clucky! Come
Yeah.
here!
He's gonna be completely he's gonna be in his element. He's like, wait a minute. He looked at me wrong. Can I actually hit him? It's legal. It would be an insult if you didn't.
You're right, my dad. Like, all right, hold on, bet.
So just growing up around him, and it's like, yep. I know what you used to do.
Ain't gonna need no trunk monkey for that one,
Nope, he is his own trunk monkey.
right?
I remember him telling that is one person. If we could have a rated R version of this freaking podcast with a Patreon, and it just be stories by Rich, because him and Danny, get them both on here, and
woo, child.
Because it gave me a new perspective on the job field. Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, some people, like, I wouldn't say, like, at that time, obviously, you knew how I grew up and everything like that. I was never the one to look down on somebody like that. But there are people that would look down on that profession.
Sure.
And to you get there and talk to them motherfuckers and see what they have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, okay, well... Okay, man. Now I know.
Mm-hmm. And that profession, they make more money than most of the people listening to this podcast right now.
You damn right.
Mm-hmm.
I know he makes probably 5 times more than my salary.
He's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. And you're right. People do look down onto it. We went on a family trip, and we took Mrs. Dado's niece with us because she's the oldest, and we're in Myrtle Beach, and we're on a family trip, and she was asking about what my dad does for a living. And Mrs. Dado, without fucking skipping a beat, because she knows her niece's parents, she's like, "Don't look down on anybody's job. If you're gonna be a ditch digger, it's not what my dad is, but if you're gonna be a ditch digger, be the best ditch digger that you can be, because it'll pay off." And my dad works for a trash service, and he has been there 25 years and makes shit ton of money, and it's a great job. It's absolutely a great job. And, you know, the niece is like, "Holy cow, I didn't realize that." I'm like, yeah, my dad paid for, you know, their condo and all that. Like, it's not a shit job.
No.
It's physical, sure, but it's definitely something not to look down on.
He kept in shape, but dude, it's just some of the stories him and Danny would say, dude. It's just like
my dad picking up trash on the east side of Cleveland at 2:00 in the morning, or downtown, and
homeless dudes freaking getting mad, wanting to square up, and they're like
prostitutes climbing in the truck. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stories.
Yeah, like I wish we could have a Patreon version of this right now, so we could get him on and just, dude, I miss hearing those stories, man. Like,
he's getting old now. He doesn't have as many of those stories, but
oh yeah, because now he probably got smart and bought something.
Yeah, well, that's true too. So
yeah, that solves it a hell of a lot quicker.
You're right. Instead of, "I'm gonna get out this truck and whoop your ass."
Yeah, or he has a young buck with him now and be like, no, that's my truck monkey.
Go get him, Tiger.
Yep. Oh man. I will say this live on the podcast, man. I miss your parents. Yeah. I really do.
They miss you too, and they're doing good. They definitely. There's a lot has changed, right? A lot has changed.
Yeah.
We should have taken you up to see them when you were here. That's what we should have done.
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that your mom wanted to kill me.
Well.
I should probably do like a monthly check-in thing with her. At least start that.
Make sure that you're still in good graces with Mom.
Yeah. Mom number 2 here.
Right?
Yeah. Dude, that's been like ever since our friendship, man. That was her, Mom number 2. All the time.
Mm-hmm. I'll go to your house and call your mom. Hi, Mom.
Yep.
Keep going. I could probably walk into her house right now and be like, "Hi, Mom." She's like,
oh, yeah.
"Well, hold up. Wait a minute."
Wait, when'd you get back?
Right.
Man, she would probably cry because she hasn't seen you in a hot minute.
12 years? Something like that?
Yeah.
10 years?
I think the next trip is y'all coming down here.
Yeah, well, we got this little thing that's going to come and make that all real difficult, but we'll do our best.
I'm certified.
It's fine.
I'm a certified uncle.
I'm a, I
I'm a
did tell
certified
Mrs.
funkle.
Funkle. There you go. I
Yep.
did tell Mrs. Dado your joke of thing 1, 2, 3, 4 because you'll never remember their names.
Yeah. I'm at
no
the
way.
point now. I'm kind of glad that my sister and Merc are done having kids.
Because you can't remember any more names.
Dude, they just like, dude, half the time I'm like, all right, you got Kinsley, you got that one, Weston. I'm like, wait a second, what's the third one? And then wait, what's my niece's name? Shit.
He's got little flashcards to keep.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta keep like picture just.
That one. You're right.
Oh, okay. That's Gracie.
Every time Flinty goes to talk to a niece or nephew, he's like, hold on. Did you grow? You grew. Hold on, I need a new picture.
Yeah. Get the tape measure out.
Yeah, okay. You're the 4'2" one. Got it. Good God, dude.
My memory's not that bad.
My one nephew's graduated and the other one's getting ready to go into senior, and they're driving and they're all over the place. They got jobs, they're doing this, and I'm like, what in the shit?
Yeah, the in-person podcast that we
with our
did.
Sandy, yeah.
Our Sandy, man, that was scary that I was able to look up to him and like damn near make eye-to-eye contact with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he used to be this big and following us around everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, being in that damn ankle biter, man.
He's still an ankle biter. I don't care if he's listening or not. He's still a little ankle biter.
But dude, it was good to see. Like, your family was definitely an extension of me. Like, I loved your family.
Oh, well, thanks. They love you, and they're mad at you that you still don't come around. So you can deal with that.
After December, January, I'll have a lot more time.
There you go. Is that when you get the sparkly patch?
That's hopefully if I get the sparkly patch, yes.
Well, don't fuck it up.
I will try not to. There's a thing called skills and everything like that you kind of have to be very, very good at, which I'm okay at my level, but they take a little bit more extra.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want you to, accidentally drop something, hurt somebody.
Yeah. Or drug them wrong. Right. That's a thing. That's a possibility. That's an uh-oh.
I'm sure. Well, there's a joke. Not a joke. It's a story that Mrs. Dado's colleague, her husband works in the fire department around here, and he's a lieutenant. Mm-hmm. And I guess they hit somebody with some Narcan, and the guy came back and was pissed because you fucked up his high, right? And he goes, he's like, I wasn't high. He's like, the fuck you weren't? I just hit you with Narcan and you came back. The fuck you mean you weren't high? Like, what?
So, little fun fact. If they come up aggravated, 9 times out of 10 you push it too fast.
Yeah.
So, normally there's some other mixtures that you can make with it and kind of make them come out of it kind of slower and less aggravated.
Well, I learned this the other day when we went through our drug-free safety training, that even if you bring somebody out of an overdose like that with Narcan, that they still need to go to the hospital, even though they want to argue and fight with you. I didn't know that because it could come back.
It's all it is a receptor blocker.
Right.
So whatever I think it's a R1 or R2 receptor, and it goes off to your sympathetic nervous system. Yeah, I think it's a nervous. Yeah, and sorry, I'm going.
And here we go, folks.
And it blocks that, so like no matter what, the opiate still has a hold on you. Right. It's just blocking that feeling of like the overdose, basically shutting everything down.
Right.
And that blocks that. So yeah, they still need medical attention.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. I've lived through some scenarios where we've had to administer Narcan on a job site, and I didn't know at that time. I still called 911 because obviously I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I could imagine being in a situation that you don't call an emergency service for whatever reason, because a lot of us know the signs of overdose now. It's very, clear because
It's
unfortunately it's a
common thing.
epidemic. So that was something I learned. I didn't know. So
Yeah.
PSA out there for those that might not know, even if you administer Narcan, make sure you still seek medical attention or get somebody to seek medical attention.
Yep. Airway, breathing, and make sure they're not bleeding.
Oh, I'm always
the,
bleeding.
the ABCs, first responders, airway, breathing, circulation.
Right.
And whenever somebody overdoses, is just make sure their airway's open. You administer Narcan, continue that open airway. They have a pretty good shot of being okay.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed off you took their high away, but so be it.
And that's a conversation off camera.
Yeah, well, hopefully none of you have to go through that, and if you do, best of luck
There's
to you.
crisis hotline numbers and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And there's a number that I'm very familiar with. It's called 911.
911. Hello, what is your emergency?
Oh, it's crap. I just doxed myself.
Delete. But you know what I would be mad at is if our audience doesn't drop a question into the comment below.
Do it, fuckers.
We want to hear your questions. We want to answer your questions. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We appreciate you hanging out with us and listening to my crazy stories from Nashville, watching Flinty pop, 12 cough drops this entire episode. It's been something. Dude, thank you. I miss you. Gang, we'll catch you on the next one. Love you. Bye.
Bye.